Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Crew.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Gary, and this is
Carl.
Hey, and we're here this morning. We got a great show for you. Some of the guys couldn't make it, but we have a show. We're going to talk about whether it's a bear
or bull market.
So what do you want to hear, bear or bull? What's your take on it? So there's a lot of things to talk about. It's been kind of a tough market for sure, but let's talk about whether it's going to be a bear or a bull market. We'll be right back right after this. Okay, we're back. All right, so we promised we'd talk to you about bears and bulls. And in the cryptocurrency market, they can be a bear and a bull all in the same day. I mean, it's just the way Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is.
Yeah, and a lot of people are freaking out. Right? The people that's only freaking out because you have a lot of newbies coming into this market right now. And they're used to operating from, in their jobs. They get their little 401ks and they put their money in. And they buy and hold. But with cryptocurrency, the market goes up and it goes down, and it has a history of doing that. And people got kind of spoiled. You know, we went through last year.
Well,
it did this.
That's right. We went up that wave,
to
man,
the moon.
The moon. Yeah, it really was to the moon.
Yep, and we're right back here on Earth.
Yeah, and I'm glad we experienced that because this is the long-term play.
Yeah, it's a long deal.
Cryptocurrency even isn't not all just about currencies and about payment systems. It's also it's about the blockchain and how that's going to open up and change so many things on the internet that we experience every day. Will just completely and fundamentally change. So we can't take our eye off the ball. We got to understand what we're dealing here with. And Wall Street and big money and all of these things are now just figuring it out.
Yep.
And then a lot of just normal folks are figuring it out.
Well, if you think about it, the market really changed when it got into, what's the long-term trading that it got into back in December? What is it called?
Oh, yeah. I
the currency exchange.
No, of Chicago.
Yeah, the Chicago currency
index.
exchange.
Yeah, the index.
As soon as we got into that, that's bringing in big traders that trade in the futures.
Well, and they're trading the futures with U.S. dollars.
Right.
It's just gambling on. They didn't actually buy the coins, but a lot of them did too, outside of that Chicago
currency exchange.
I don't know if it's currency. It's a commodities exchange. Commodities exchange. So the guys that are doing it, they're actually doing these commodity exchanges based on Bitcoin, but they're still working in U.S. dollars. Now, there's a certain percentage of those guys who said, this Bitcoin, maybe I should get into it, and they put big money in it. And I've said this before. I started reading and picking up things that said Wall Street has been in this a lot longer than we think.
Yep.
They are making trades in the cryptocurrency markets 2 and 3 years ago when things were a little quiet. And it's just been creeping up. They're trying to stay under the radar, because if they, there's 21,000 Bitcoin that can be distributed through the entire process of releasing all the coins. Is 22 million of them. Or is it 21? I keep forgetting that figure, 21, 22. Whatever it takes. But anyway.
And the thing about this market, it's owned by only a few people.
Oh, it is.
The little players like this, we're contributing like 5%.
Small. Yeah, we're small. 5% of the entire market.
The big market,
are people like you and me.
The rest of it is the big guys are still running this thing.
Yeah, and the bankers that have money, people are already sitting on billions. Think about it. When it was $200, not $9,000 like it is now, or almost $9,000, they could easily buy up 1 million Bitcoins.
And you know what these guys have done? Normally, money doesn't disappear. Currency or whatever doesn't disappear. It'll go into gold, silver, housing, something. The chart shows...
It's kind of like matter.
Yeah.
You can't have matter. You can't destroy it. It just moves around, changes.
But if you look at the market, crypto is down, but crypto hasn't gone anywhere.
No.
So that tells me that they basically have taken crypto off the market and sitting on it.
That's right. Now, of course, you can figure out in a few minutes. We're not experts, but we have been in this long enough, and we're interested in this. We are enthusiasts for sure.
Oh, yeah. This is the future.
This is the future, and we want to grab a hold of that future because it'd be like what we've said before. If you'd had the opportunity to be in on the founding of the stock markets, all of those people got rich. This is your chance in this century. This is a fundamental change in how money's going to be operated, and investments and everything's going to be tied to technology. So let's take a look at what the market is doing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at what they call the coin market cap. First of all, I like to see right here we're at about $340 billion worth of activity in the market. That's the market cap today. We've got about a 44.3% dominance in Bitcoin, BTC, and that has been as low as 36, and I think even lower.
Oh, got down.
Yeah,
to 36?
It got pretty low. Yeah, and see what Bitcoin is today. Bitcoin here is at 89.11. It was a week ago. It was I think below 8 and in the 7 somewhere. 75.
Yeah, it got down to 7.
Yeah,
so
7, and so it's down this morning here or this afternoon. According to where you're at in the world. It has been a little stronger earlier in the week. Ethereum is at 536. It sat for a long time at 800. So this is a good buy. We're going to talk about the top 10 here, just run through them. Ripple, it was at over $1. It's at 65. Bitcoin Cash, it's 1,000. I'm surprised how quick Bitcoin Cash has come up. It was at 1,200 and sat there for a long time. Litecoin, 164. It was over 200. Here just a month or so ago. EOS at 688, that's a good buy. There, you know what it just tells me is there's a lot of good buys out here. All of these coins in the top 20 here are good coins.
Now is a good time to buy.
You know what they say? Buy red, buy red, sell
green.
Yep, sell green. Anyway, that's the situation we're in as far as the market being what some people would call bear. I'm not sure if I want to call it bear.
Like I said before, we're spoiled. This is not a bear market. This is how cryptocurrency works.
Yeah, and really gives a person like you or me a chance to get back in. It's not like I got $100,000 sitting around somewhere. I can buy into Bitcoin. If I put in it's like my savings that I do. $100 here, $200 there. It's like a savings plan. The way I get into it, it's not like I'm oogling in money to put into the Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market. But it's now at a price that I can buy more for the little I have to put in there.
I think one of the other problems that we're dealing with, a lot of people that entered into this market, they were getting with these companies that were doing the mining, and they were getting paid X amount of dollars. Yeah. And what's happening is those mining companies are not as profitable anymore.
No.
The big boys have gotten into the game now, and they can do this mining for cheaper.
And they do it in a big scale.
Yeah, they do it on a big scale.
Yeah.
And the guys that were getting into the market, the money is just not there for them anymore.
And a lot of things are changing up. One of the reasons they're coming out with these forks you hear about, taking a Litecoin fork or a Bitcoin fork or a second and third and fourth fork. It's because everybody's up in the air about how the coin should be either proof of stake or whether they should be mined.
Be a coin.
Yeah, be mined. So it's a lot of controversy going on how
behind
they're going to be mined, what formulas they're going to use, whether a guy can mine it off of his regular computer at home or whether it has to have a special mining apparatus, the special chip that can do it faster. All of that is now part of the equation, and all of these coins have different schemes, and it can become pretty messy unless you really see the value in this, and I assume you do. because you're watching this show. So get educated and do your homework.
Well, another thing what's going on, another reason everything has slowed down, they're trying to hire a lot of different people in this space. You know, whether you work
on... It's kind of back when you got into computers.
Got into computers.
You were a tech guy
and
back in the day, early stages, 90s.
Yeah.
You know, and you went to work for big companies in their big control rooms with all types of computers, and everybody was getting on the internet grid at that time. You had to take special training, go to a special school.
Yeah, I went to special training for that.
Yeah.
And it was like the NFL draft when I didn't have to go look for a job. They were basically just lined up.
Yeah.
You know, I was the cute girl on the block.
Yeah. They wanted you. Yeah. So here's, I think, something that if you got kids that are involved in computers and stuff, you really should send them to a facility that has a blockchain technology branch where they're teaching them actually how to code and do all the things necessary to build blockchains.
Yeah, there's an organization out there called Academy of Blockchain. And what they're doing, they're linking up with all of the universities in the United States.
Right.
Because they don't know how to set these programs up. They're going to all of the different universities to they're telling them these are the type of trainings that you need to do.
This is the type of courses we need you to create.
Right. And they're doing everything on the back end and the front, not only the education, but how to actually create the course to get certified. They're doing everything. It's called blockchain. Not blockchain.
So you going back to school, or you going to be
I'm not going back. I'm on the investing side.
You're going to be on the investing side. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, there was a lot of money made in the internet deal, and they had a bubble at the internet about near 2000, just before the year 2000, or right at that time. They had the big bubble. There were companies going ICO and going crazy, just kind of like what these coin offerings are doing too. So got to be careful. Got to find companies that, on the investment side, find companies that have good blockchain technology installed into their platforms, that have a real world problem solving software, and also have a team of people. They have good communications with all their the people who are buying their coins and trading in their coins. All of those things are important in the investment side, but it's opportunities popping up everywhere.
Now think about this. All of these new companies that's coming out right now, let's say that they have 15 people they need to hire. Only 1%, only one out of the 15 is qualified for the job.
Just because they went to computer school, if they hadn't had blockchain training, they...
So all of these new companies that we're talking about what they're going to do in the future, there's people not even qualified to do the job.
Yeah, and if you're a guy that's doing, you're a coder, and you're a guy that's doing internet work and IT stuff, and you're still relatively young in your mid part of your career, I would think, and I'm talking about 35 to 40, I would think you should go back to school and get some of that training. I would encourage you to get, because you will be on the forefront of the investment side too. You're old enough to see that, hey, I need to invest. But you would have knowledge and investment opportunities.
See, what it is, they need people with all different skill sets. They need coders. They need people to do the marketing. They need people to build the machine. There's so many different type of jobs in this field that are not being
serviced. They're not being filled.
They're not being plugged in.
Yeah.
It's wide open. No matter what your skill is, there's something for you in cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
it's there for the taking.
Yeah, and other people are afraid of the FUD because, well, the government. That's the big thing. The government's, clamping down and all that. Well, frankly, Carl, I think that is, in some ways, going to get us all a little wake up, call, and we're going to say, you know what? Oh, for example, here's one of the things I've been thinking: the Ethereum. Ethereum has all those smart contracts with the ECR20 coins. And there's so many people building cryptocurrency companies on those coins with that technology, with smart contracts. Well, they got a slew of those out there now. Well, what happens if the SEC comes in and says to the Ethereum, what do they call it? The Ethereum Symposium or whatever they are. The consortium. The consortium. So they say to them, all right, Ethereum is not a security, and it cannot be traded in the United States. It cannot be dealt with. It actually becomes illegal upon this determination. Yeah, this, that, and the other. And what'll happen with Ethereum? My guess. What'll happen is it, as a coin, rather than being 5 or 6 or 800, it's going to go back down to $25 pretty quick.
Overnight.
Because it's like out of favor with the powers that be, and so you could get crazy and try to sell it as it's fallen, or freak out like it's the end of the world. But you know what? You got to realize these companies that have built their structure and their future on the ECR20 smart contract concept. That is an Ethereum contract that runs with Ether. Those companies are not going to let this die.
Right.
Now, some of them might be stupid enough and ran out of money and they don't have good support and they may die, yes. But the ones that have good projects, the ones that got good funding, they're going to say, well, we just need to bone up and get a securities approval. So they will start filing the paperwork, which I understand runs about $250,000, $300,000. It's a stack of paper, probably this high, much like that bill that the president signed the other day, that $1.23 trillion bill. You see that stack? I don't know if you saw it. It's this high. Well, they got to do paperwork like that to get their security approved by the SEC as a tradable security.
And the opposite can happen.
When they happen, what's going to happen, though? When Ethereum and all those coins, woo, to the moon. So you could have bought it at 5 or 10 or 20 bucks. Who knows what it's going to do?
Yeah, the opposite can happen. The government can come in and say, we decree you to be okay, and it's
through the moon.
Yep.
So we're seeing a lot of FUD affecting the prices and stuff too. So don't be too concerned.
Well, you bring up a good point. There's a lot of fake news out there. These companies are paying these marketing companies to make them look good.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not even legit. They're just creating activity.
I talked about the bunny coin. Yeah, that's one. The bunny coin. I saw Vincent on that. Did I already mention that, or we did that in the earlier parts?
Yeah, we were just talking.
Talking about it. But I saw Vincent. He's got the Cryptodamus. I really like his YouTube channel. And anyway, he talked about the bunny coin the other day, and I just got such a kick out of it, a laugh. My wife and I are both laughing. He had some of the models. They got porn stars. It's for the adult industry is what they've got the bunny coin for. But they could use Litecoin, or they could use, anything any other coin.
And they're coming up with their own coin.
But they're coming up with their own coin. It's just a coin to
make money.
Make money. That's right. So there's all that out there, and some of this this litigation that's going to go on in the from the SEC is going to be good overall for the industry. It's just going to take time to shake out, Carl. That's all it's going to do.
Well, and it's a good thing that Bitcoin is going through this down market right now. It's getting rid of all the fakers, the people who are not legit.
Not legit. That's right.
They're falling off by the tons right now.
That's right. It's the ones that see it like we do. That this is something you can jump into and you can be a part of the beginnings of the future in financial securities and things like that, where it hadn't been available, because in the current stock market, a security, if you're going to get involved prior to, like what they call IPO, prior to it going to the public, you have to have so much money and be what they call a qualified investor, and it leaves out most regular Joes like us. Whereas we can now get into the cryptos, and we still have a little problem on the ICOs.
And that might change.
Yeah, that may change too. It all may change. Hey, let's take a look at what we were talking about. That we promised to talk about the bears, and so Wall Street Analysis predicts. Here's a great article out of Crypto Globe. That Bitcoin will be 91,000 in just 2 years.
And what is it now?
It's a little over. It's almost 9.
It's almost 9. They're talking 91.
91. It's going to be 10 times.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's in this article, and we'll put the link down below. If you guys will click the like button. No, we'll do it anyway. But please click the like button and subscribe. But anyway, this shows an interesting chart.
You go all the way back to the beginning. What year is that?
Yeah, this right here is 2010. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get this to grow a little bit. I don't think I can.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Because it'll freak out on me. So, here we go. 2010, it was under 10 cents. Goes up here. It's probably about what?
2011.
Yeah, it's $29.50.
And then it does the pullback.
Then it does a pullback, and here's what they labeled that as. Bear. All right? And it does the pullback. So it goes down, and the chart here says it dropped by 93% in 163 days. And it went to 29.60. Okay? So it went way down and pulled back, and it looks like it went down to $2 and something. $2.05, excuse me. So it went from 29.60 to $2.05 in that period. Okay, so it started going up, falls back a little bit. Goes up, falls back, goes up, falls back, goes up. And then we had a 70% decline right in the middle of a bull market. Look at that. We had a 70% decline.
From its high.
From its high, from its all-time high, comes down and goes back up. Now, here at another bear market. You see that? So that bear market it gets up to $1,149, and then it drops to 160 over almost a year, over a year, 406 days.
Now think about this. Instead of just being a buy and hold guy, let's say that you're a trader. You're making money on it going up, and you're making money on it going down. So there's different ways you can look at this.
Oh yeah, you can. So over time, now this second bear market we're talking about, let's go ahead and go back to that. This second bear market in the year 2014, okay, for a whole year between, looks like the beginning of 14 all the way through somewhere into 2015, we had this decline over time, and it over 406 days came down 86%, which was at 160. Now the smart people, what were you going to say?
No, I know. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, let's say if you bought the Bitcoin when it first started, go back to, 2010?
Right back here?
Yeah, how much is that?
Oh, that was less than 10 cents.
10 cents. Now go back up, and what's the low on that bear market? Go all the way down.
Right
how much
here?
Yeah.
That low is 205.
205, okay.
So if you'd have bought a bunch of coins at 10 cents, right. If you'd have bought a bunch of coins at 10 cents and now it's 205, even though it went way up, it came there, you're still ahead of the game.
Still ahead of the game.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game. So it's not a bad investment.
Okay, let's look at the bear
market. You got to be able to ride the wave, though.
You
know what I mean? You got to be able to ride the wave. You got to see the wave. You got to be able to paddle and catch the wave. But then when the wave crashes, do you quit?
No.
No, you turn your board back around, go get a bigger wave.
Yep.
That's what you do.
You hodl.
Yeah, you hodl. So go back to the chart here. Okay, so here we have the...
Look at the low again.
Yep, the low again in the second bear market. And then we go for a long ride over across here.
How much was that low on that right there?
On that low was 160. It was 160.
And what year was that?
Now, that was...
2011.
114.15. That's in 15. Okay. So 15, it goes and it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. So then we come up here to current day, January or 2000. This is the run we just been on, from the beginning of 17 up to the high that we experienced, almost 20. All right.
It touched 20.
And then it started coming down, and it's had a 70% decline. And wait a minute, hold on. What did it do back here?
Same thing.
Look at this, guys. It's the same thing.
There's
70%. There's a pattern here. Now, this went back up after its 70% decline. We could do the same thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and look, it went over its all-time high when it dropped that 70%. Yep. It came back up before it went into a long decline again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no one knows. This line here is the future. We don't know the future. You know, you can't.
We can only project.
We can only project and I guess guess is the simple word for it.
We can do it, well, but we're doing an educated guess.
We're doing an educated guess, and so from the article here and from this chart, which is the facts, the numbers, we're really not, Carl, in a bear market, are we?
No, we're not.
But everybody's crying bears.
Really, what
if we're in anything, we're in a little puppy bear, just a bitty bear market.
This is basically what we got. We have higher highs, and this is the key word: higher highs and lower lows. That's what we're having. We're not having big highs and big lows. We're having higher highs and lower lows.
Really, it's a pretty secure market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's got to just stop all the chatter and all the FUD. You know, just close your ears to it, because the facts are, in its history from 2010 going all the way till today. I guess you guys don't have that up there. Let me show you again. From 2010 going all the way up till today, we're right in here, and we're going back up. But you know what? When we got into it a year ago in March, it was only 1,000.
It was only 12.
Yeah, it was
when
1,000.
I got in, it was 12.
It was 1,000
when I got in.
Yep, and that was just the same few days.
But I got in at 12, and what is it at now?
Oh, well, right now it's 9.
Yeah, it was
1,200, folks.
1,200.
1,200.
1,200.
It was 1,200 a year ago today, and it's now what? $9,000 now.
1,900. We're spoiled. That's all it is.
It's almost $9,000. We've gone up about $8,000 in value. I don't think that's a bad investment.
Oh no,
now it did go up to 20.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of people who were trading it. I'm a hodler, frankly. I hodl. I believe in hodling, but we are learning, I am too, learning to start knowing the history. I hope to be able to have enough from hodling to do a little bit of trading.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing, because I used to be a ForeX trader.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to start trading this. I'm going to make money on it going up, down, and sideways, no matter what it does.
No, what it does.
I'm just going to make money. I'm going to make money every day.
That's awesome.
24/7, 7 days a week.
And it's all available for us out there. We just need to take advantage. Hey, I want to do a little commercial about us. Is that okay with you folks? Okay. I'm going to do a little commercial. Of course, we, if you didn't know it, we have a Facebook page. And this is the Crypto Crew here. We have a Facebook page. And recently we've posted from Bitcoin.com, we posted 12 posts on our site. See, and it was over the next 12 days, and we just finished the 12th day the other day, we posted some facts about Bitcoin. And we encourage you to, why don't you go copy these or share these to your Facebook page and start off with the first one, because if you go back to the first one was right here, and we posted that on March 11th, and it says Bitcoin is the world's most popular cryptocurrency, and but our newbies out there, we need to train people. The newbies out there need to know about BTC. Over the next 12 days, we post 12 interesting facts of Bitcoin that you can share with your friends at your next church social or cocktail party. And then we went in and we posted number 1. And it's, who is Satoshi? Okay? And we told here, Satoshi who? And it gives the information. This guy's not really Satoshi.
No, it's not the real
He
Satoshi.
Just has his picture on the
He looks like he
name
could be,
is
he looks
like he could be Satoshi, but he's not. And So anyway, you can look it up in Wikipedia. But we just posted this on here, and then we posted one about the financial crisis of 2008 and how that's when crypto started. We talk about the pizzas. We talk about this, and we encourage you to go to our site and our Facebook site and pass that information on to your friends and family. They'll learn a lot.
Click below.
Yeah, click below. Like our Facebook page if you would, and communicate with us through there. Also, we love the comments we're getting on the YouTube channel. And subscribe to the channel. And we just enjoy hearing from you. We enjoy this industry, and if you do as well, join our Facebook page, join our YouTube page, and let's communicate. Let's share ideas. Let's share. Next week we're going to start talking coins again, and we're going to do some breakdowns of some of the coins we've been studying. You've got some you were looking at in ICO, which hopefully we can take advantage of soon when the government opens up the ICO market for us. I wish they'd hurry up and get this legislation going so we could, my thought is, I talked with this on one of our shows in the past with Marvin. We have a responsibility. If you're into crypto, you're watching us, we have a responsibility to get involved with our communities and our representatives and those who are going to be making laws. If you got new guys, whether they're Republican, Democrat, we don't care. They need to be educated. They need to be educated that cryptocurrency is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So when you go out to a lunch and they're having some speaker who's going for office, buttonhole that guy afterwards.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself. Talk to him. Get him some literature.
You're the crypto expert in his eye.
In his eye, you are. I mean, even if you know just a little bit, you know way more than he does. And because it's so new. And you can be an ambassador for our industry. And that's the way we're looking at it. We've got a group, and I want you, Carl, to come to it over at one of the hotels once a month. They get together some businessmen, and they have special speakers from the community.
Oh, okay.
They have, and some of these guys are the guys going for office, so you can know who they are. It's a great little group. And there's 3 or 4 going for one office, one congressional seat here. And that's why I need you here. I can't get them all at one shot. So come along with me next time. Spreading, you take him, I'll take him, and we'll educate him a little bit about cryptocurrency. And so with whatever one gets into office, he won't be a numbskull and be influenced by the dark side, you might say.
Or the FUD on the media.
FUD in the media, that's right. Well, this has been a good show. We didn't review a coin today, but we did hopefully encourage you not to get crazy about this situation.
Don't take any pills, just chill. Okay.
Just chill.
It's all coming back.
It's all coming back. We are not, the sky is not falling. We've got great things ahead of us in the crypto world. And so you stay with us, and we will see you next time right here on the Crypto Crew.
Live.
Okay. Good show.